What if I told you one of the oldest privacy coins in crypto just made a massive comeback and barely anyone's talking about it? Zcash has exploded in price over the last few months, up more than 700% from its summer lows. There's real tech, real upgrades, and a real reason why this project might just be getting started again. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Zcash, or ZEC, one of the most misunderstood and underestimated cryptos out there. Before we get into it, of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just sharing my own research and opinions. So always do your own due diligence before making any investment. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. That way you won't miss our next video. Alright, let's get into it. So first, let's talk about what Zcash is and why it's different from everything else in crypto. Zcash launched all the way back in 2016. It's a fork of Bitcoin, which means it shares Bitcoin's core structure, limited supply, halving schedule, and proof of work mining, but with one big twist: privacy. Zcash introduced a technology called zero-knowledge proofs, or zk-SNARKs for short. Basically, zk-SNARKs allow you to prove that a transaction is valid without revealing who sent it, who received it, or how much money was sent. That's why people call Zcash digital cash. It gives you the privacy of physical money, but on the blockchain. Now, here's something I really like about Zcash. Privacy is optional. You can send transparent transactions like on Bitcoin if you want, or you can send fully shielded transactions that hide every detail. That's important because it lets Zcash walk the fine line between privacy and compliance. If a business or charity needs to be audited, they can share a view key to show their transactions, but everyday users can still keep theirs private. So, unlike Monero, which is always private and sometimes get delisted from exchanges, Zcash can stay on big platforms while still giving users freedom. Now, let's talk about what's been happening recently, because this is where it gets really exciting. Over the past few months, Zcash development team, the Electric Coin Company or ECC, has rolled out some massive upgrades. And I honestly think these updates are the reason behind Zcash's price explosion. They've been focusing on their official wallet called Zashi. This wallet has basically become the center of the Zcash ecosystem. First, they added full Tor integration, so you can route all your wallet traffic through the Tor network. That means even the servers you connect to can see your IP address. Then they launched something called CrossPay. It lets you pay someone in another cryptocurrency like Ethereum or USDC while you're still spending your Zcash. Behind the scenes, the wallet automatically swaps your Zcash for whatever coin the other person wants, using NEAR protocol. They also added a decentralized on-ramp and off-ramp, so you can swap Bitcoin, Solana, or USDC into Zcash right inside the wallet, and it goes straight into its shielded address. You can now buy or spend private crypto without ever using a centralized exchange. These features basically turn Zashi into a fully private multi-asset payment app, and that's something no other privacy coin has right now. At the same time, the Zcash community has been getting more active. Earlier this year, they voted on a new governance and funding model. Up until now, part of every block reward went to the development teams and foundations. Now they're switching to a more decentralized system. In the upcoming network upgrade called NU 6.1, 8% of each block reward will go to community grants. That means Zcash holders will be able to vote on which projects get funded in the future. And this will all be finalized before Zcash's third halving, which happens in about 2 years. Next, I want to talk about what's coming next for Zcash. The big long-term plan is to transition from proof of work to proof of stake. Right now, Zcash is still mined just like Bitcoin, but the team wants to move to staking, which would cut energy use, make the network greener, and let Zcash holders earn rewards by staking their coins. They're also working on something called zk Shielded Assets, which could let anyone create their own tokens on top of the Zcash network. And every token would automatically inherit Zcash's privacy tech. That could mean private stablecoins, private DeFi tokens, private everything. We've also seen new integrations lately. For example, NIM, a privacy VPN network, now lets users pay for their service with shielded Zcash transactions. There are cross-chain integrations with Tor Swap and Maya protocol too, so you can swap Zcash for other assets directly. All of this points to one thing: Zcash is actually building. Now, let's go over the tokenomics because that's an important part of why the price is moving. Zcash has a maximum supply of 21 million coins, just like Bitcoin. Every 4 years the block reward gets cut in half, and the most recent halving happened in November 2024. After that, miners started earning 1.56 Zcash per block, down from 3.12 before. This halving reduced new supply drastically because blocks happen roughly every 75 seconds. The total emission rate is now very low and it keeps decreasing over time. Right now, about half of all Zcash that will ever exist are already in circulation, roughly 10 to 11 million coins. And since the halving, inflation has dropped significantly. A growing percentage of all Zcash is now being held in shielded addresses. That means more coins are locked in privacy pools, less available on exchanges. And when supply on exchanges goes down, it can push prices higher if demand picks up. So, what actually caused Zcash's crazy run this year? Well, I think it's a mix of three things: supply, utility, and timing. First, supply. The halving made Zcash scarcer, and we all know what usually happens to coins after halving. Second, utility. These wallets upgrades made Zcash actually usable again. You can buy, swap, and send privately. That's a reason to hold and use the token. We're living in a world where governments are pushing CBDCs and tighter surveillance. Privacy is becoming a hot topic again. That's why privacy coins like Zcash have started trending. Zcash just happens to be leading the pack this time. And when you mix strong fundamentals with a hot narrative, things move fast. Alright, now let's talk about my personal price prediction. And again, this is just my opinion, not financial advice. At the time I'm recording this, Zcash is trading in the mid-hundreds after hitting around $280 recently. Personally, I think that was only the first leg of the move. If Zcash can stay above the 200 level and consolidate, I believe it could push toward $300 to $350 in the next major wave. That's the region where we saw previous highs back in 2021. If it breaks that zone, the next logical target for me would be around $500. Longer term, and this is my personal moonshot target, I could see Zcash reaching $1,000 again if the proof of stake transition goes well and the privacy narrative keeps growing. The key thing for me is this: Zcash finally has momentum again. It has innovation, community, and scarcity all working together. To wrap up, I think Zcash is something bigger than just another altcoin pump. The price action has been wild, but this time it's backed by progress. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below telling me what you think about Zcash. Do you believe privacy coins can make a big run? Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Captain Altcoin signing off.